Welcome to episode 228 Soft Launch or Self-Sabotage.
Joe, do you want to know the biggest red flag that I think we see and hear from an aspiring virtual assistant or a virtual assistant that's recently put themselves out there and wants to get clients? Can you
Mhm.
guess? Can you guess what it is? The biggest red flag? Words
Mm.
that fill me with absolute horror and dread.
When they say that they are soft launching their VA business?
Ugh, I think I've just threw up in my throat a wee bit. Soft launches, Joe Jensen. There is we're not being overly dramatic here. There is. There is a very, very good reason we are allergic to the term soft launch. There is a very, very good reason that when we hear of an aspiring virtual assistant or a newbie virtual assistant say that they are only planning on having a soft launch, fills us with dread because
Mm.
we know they are setting themselves up for failure,
Mm.
which is ironic given the reason why they're soft launching is because they fear failure.
Yeah. You're not going to like it when I say this to you if you're listening and you are thinking of doing a soft launch or have done a soft launch, right? So you are not going to like it when I say this. If you soft launch, it is an absolute cop out because you are doing it because then if it doesn't work out, you don't have to admit that it was a failure.
This is tough love, folks. This is coming from a place of love and care, and we want you to do really well. And we see so many virtual assistants falling into this trap. So many. And we don't want you who's listening to this to fall into the same trap. We've
Hmm.
seen it too many times. And look, before you start shouting at us through your earpods, trust us, there is no reason you can give us for you needing to soft launch that we actually would go, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You should soft launch. There is no reason. Those reasons that you think, they're excuses.
Yeah.
They are
You
excuses.
launch or you don't launch. Like that is it. Launch properly if you were going to launch at all.
We get it. Like it's
Mm.
scary, right?
Yeah. You're setting yourself up for judgment. Obviously, absolutely. And you're setting yourself up for, people to have an opinion about it. But, we have seen hundreds of virtual assistants now launch, and every single time they do, they're like, oh, I got such positive feedback from people all around me. And we're like, yeah,
Yeah.
because the people around you are going to support you.
The people that
Yeah.
matter are going to be your biggest supporters, your biggest cheerleaders. Anyone else doesn't matter. What what's
Great
the
Aunt Gertrude
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly. It
matter.
doesn't matter. What's that Brené Brown quote, Joe, about being in the arena?
Yeah. So, like, though I don't know the quote exactly, but it's like step into the arena. The only people who are being judged are those in the arena, and those who are sitting on the sidelines, like watching. Well, you're not in the arena, so like your opinion doesn't matter. Your
Yeah.
opinion only matters if you're in the arena with me, which
Yes.
means showing up and being out there and launching a business.
Yep. If you're thinking about soft launching, you're not in the arena and you have to be in the arena. Anyone
Mm-hmm.
outside of that arena, it doesn't matter. Their opinion doesn't matter. But also, you are making an assumption about people's opinion as well, right?
Yeah.
You're worried that they're going to be going, "Who's she to be doing that?" Or that's not a good idea. Have you
Yeah,
ever
I heard another one. The only people that are judging you are those people who are not where you're at or doing better.
Oh, you definitely shouldn't be listening to anyone outside of that. What the
Mm,
fuck do they know?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think we also have this assumption that other people care so much about what we do.
Oh, they're too busy to care, Joe. We are too busy. I am far too busy with what's going on in my life to worry about anyone else. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
if somebody's in the hospital, I'm gonna worry about them. All right. I'm not heartless, okay? I
Yeah.
have got feelings. I'm
Mm.
sympathetic, I'm empathetic. But I don't care enough. I don't have enough time to care about every decision of anyone that I've ever met that's in my stratosphere does.
Yeah.
I'll keep scrolling. I'll go, "Oh, that's interesting," and I'll keep scrolling because that's probably how I'm finding out about it because I don't go anywhere.
Sam never leaves her house, by the way, if anyone's wondering.
Well, I do. I'm not that bad, but, yeah, you get my point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like, we just think that other people care so much more about what we're doing than they actually do, like, they just don't. They
Yeah,
just
they
don't.
don't. They don't. Let's not brush over that fear of failure, right? This is the
Mm.
other big reason why someone will
Yeah,
soft launch,
yeah.
is they're afraid of it not working out. This is a common, very
Mm.
common fear, and not
Yeah,
just in the VA space, in life in general.
yeah. I've never had this fear because, if it fails, that the worst that can happen is you're in the exact same position that you are right now.
Yeah, I say it's a very common fear. I don't feel it myself. Or if I do, I very quickly move past it because what a way to live. I'm like, are you living? Are you living if you're so afraid of doing something wrong?
Yeah, you'll never take chances on anything. Your life will never change, your life will never improve if you don't take chances.
What a sad way to live.
Yep. And like, I wanna repeat that again, like, the worst thing that can possibly happen is you are back to the same position that you are in right now. Well, was that bad? You were there right now.
No one's going to remember it. And no one's going to remember it because
No,
they're too
and no one
busy
cares.
getting on with
No.
their own lives, fighting their own fears, trying to take their own steps of courageous action, which
Mhm.
is what you need to be doing instead of telling yourself that a soft launch is going to work when it's not. And
Mm.
the reason soft launching doesn't work, the reason why soft launching is actually self sabotage is because it stops you finding clients.
Yeah. People don't find out about what you're doing accidentally or by that one post that you put up once. They forgot about it the moment they read it and moved on, they forgot about it. It doesn't work. People can't find you accidentally.
Yeah. And even if, and this happens very rarely, but if you accidentally fall into the VA space, so you haven't launched at all, you've become an accidental virtual assistant, right? So,
Like
someone
you.
like me, like
Yeah.
somebody literally rang me up out of the blue and said, "Do you want to do this?" Like it doesn't get as accidental as that. So it can happen, all right? But even if you are that person, you've got your first client very accidentally without launching at all, it is only going to get you so far. Because as soon as you lose that client, or as soon as you go, "Oh, this is something. I can make something of this. I want more." Well, how are you going to get more? How are you going to get a replacement client for that one that literally just tripped over in front of you and you picked them up?
Yeah, you're not gonna have that pipeline of interested leads and people, like, there waiting for when you have space or a wait list. Like, none of that happens accidentally. You actually have to be out there, putting yourself out, posting about it, sharing, talking to people, going to networking, whether that's online or in person. You actually have to be talking about your business to have a pipeline of people interested.
Yep. You need a lead generation strategy. And I don't think there is one that doesn't involve what you just spoke about.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause, I mean, we've seen this happen, right? over in the virtual assistant network, you had a member that didn't renew, and their
Mhm.
reason just like shook you to the
Oh,
core.
I was literally speechless, and it wasn't a perimenopause moment. Like, I wasn't speechless because I had massive brain fog. Like, I could not believe the words that I was reading when I opened up this email. I mean,
Mm,
this happens occasionally. People don't renew for various reasons. They go on to other things. They go back to employment. They have found it hard to find clients. It's not what they
mm.
expected. Multiple of reasons. This virtual assistant shared that it didn't work out because she didn't have any clients 4 days after starting her VA business.
So she shut it down.
So she shut it she shut it down. She gave up
After
after
4
4
days.
days. I mean, that uh, even now, I'm gobsmacked.
Like,
Pixie no good.
the course is not called Launch in 4 days. It's called Launch in 30 days for a reason. It takes some time to get everything, all your ducks in a row and to go through a actual launch.
4 days is not giving anything enough time. What business on earth is gonna be successful within 4 days? Like, this is not just a VA thing. I think there's other stuff probably involved with this particular virtual assistant in terms of their expectations. I'd be very, very interested to know what their soft launch is, because it definitely wasn't a proper launch. It can't have
Mhm.
been because
Mhm.
she gave up after 4 days.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't want you, if you are thinking about doing a soft launch, to allow your assumptions of what other people think about you and what you're doing to control your life. Like, that is not a way to live. We want you to courageously put yourself out there, launch properly, talk about your business over and over and over so that you have the best chance of bringing in those clients. And if you want our help, we have a course, Launch in 30 Days. We are sure that you have heard about this course by now. This is going to give you the confidence to feel the fear and launch anyway, because you are going to do it scared. You are going to have to build up your confidence to be able to do this. And the course helps you with that. We will be there every step of the way so that you can launch and not soft launch. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Sam and Joe VA Show. If you'd like to find out more, head to the VA Foundry website to check out the mastermind and the amazing resources, courses, and coaching.
You can find us at thevafoundry.com.